when you get the hang of this song. Everywhere I look, everything I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I go, everyone I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I look, everything I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I go, everyone I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. There is beauty in everything. Beauty in everything. Everywhere I look, everything I see, there is beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I go, everyone I see, there's beauty to behold in everything.
If it's comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just relax into your seat and become aware of your breath. And relax into this moment and know that there is no place you need to be, nothing that you need to do. You can give your full awareness to this still, soft moment. With another gentle exhale, just relax a little more completely, a little more fully into this moment. This moment where we give ourselves the gift of being in relationship with the One. Give ourselves the gift of becoming aware that we are one with the One. Now, if you're willing and comfortable, I invite you to, with your full attention and with your full intention, to bring your awareness to this idea of beauty. Beauty is in everything I see. Beauty is in everyone I see. At a level of spirit, we know that we are one and that we are whole, that we are healed, that we are nothing less than the fullness of life and love. And so, with a gentle breath and an intention, we move our awareness into the truth that I am beauty. Not the ego of I am, but I am that which has called all things into creation. Absolute good and unconditional love is beauty. And because of that, all things are beautiful in truth. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. Say that silently in your mind or say it aloud. I am beautiful. And then let's pause for a moment in the stillness and in the silence and know that we are one with the one. For a moment in the stillness. In consciousness, be aware of the spaciousness of I am. That infinite field of life and creation that is holding you. That is showing up so that you might claim I am beauty. We know that we can only see beauty in the manifest world if it is in us. It is in us. And so it is with gratitude and joy that we can claim everywhere I look, everything I see, everywhere I go, everyone I see. There is beauty. God is. Beauty is. And I am. I am. And with a full appreciation and awareness of this oneness, of this truth, I invite you to bring your full attention and awareness back to this space, to this time, to this place of beauty. Beauty everywhere I see. And so it is. And so we let it be.
Everywhere I look, everything I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I go, everyone I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Beauty within me and in everything. Beauty within me and in everything. Everywhere I look, everything I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. Everywhere I go, everyone I see, there's beauty to behold in everything. And as we prepare to receive Rev Todd's message, let us sing this one by Daniel Namod, Up, Up, Up to a Higher Place. Here we go. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. A higher place, a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more forward, no more backwards, no more spinning around and around. My life is moving ever upwards. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. A higher place, a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more downward, no more darkness, no more wondering the point of it all. My life is destined, oh, for greatness. My soul has answered the call. Everybody, let's sing out. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. A higher place, a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place, a higher place. I feel
Thank you, Deidrey. I always love Daniel Namod songs, so thank you. Today's title for this message is called Extremes Meet. Extremes Meet. I don't know if that's because I had family visiting again this week, but maybe. I love my family dearly. We're looking at this idea of polarity today. Polarity. The law of polarity states that everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. Polarity. Polarity is most obvious to us in our manifest expression of life when we decide if things are good or bad. You ever decided something was good or bad? You know, a few years ago, my sister and my nephew come every week the 4th of July because it's the week of my sister's birthday usually, and she likes to spend her birthday at the beach. And we took my nephew, who at the time was 5, out on the water bug tours in Beaufort to see the fireworks. And so we were in Gallant's Channel, and the fireworks were going off, and I had a 5-year-old in the boat who was terrified. Because we were right under the fireworks. Have you ever been right under the fireworks and how loud they are? And as a 5-year-old, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. And so that was a bad experience for me. I don't know if y'all know this, but screaming children is not my jam. So this year they're coming back, and my sister was bringing a friend who has 2 small children. And they decided we were going to go out on the water bug tours into Gallant's Channel and watch the fireworks. And so I was like, do I want to go? But I decided I would go. I would be the supportive uncle, and I would go. And we went. And as we are coming, we come across that big, beautiful bridge that we have, and we pass a sign that says, Beaufort Fireworks, July 6th. So we got out into the middle of Gallant's Channel, and we watched the fireworks that were in Morehead City. And for those of you that are online that don't know how far away this is, we were watching the fireworks from like 2 miles away. We were out in the water, but we were not right underneath the fireworks. And I had already decided that we were going to be underneath the fireworks, and that was going to be bad. But here we were sitting in the middle of Gallant's Channel watching the fireworks that are way over there. Or you could turn this way and you could see the ones that were maybe up in Cherry Point or Newport. Or you could look just this way just a little bit and you could see the ones that were down here in Atlantic Beach. So you had your choice of fireworks shows, but you were not underneath them. And I decided that this was even worse than being underneath the fireworks with 3 small children. So I labeled it bad. But now here's the thing is these 3 small children thought it was the most amazing experience because we saw a pod of like 9 dolphins, including a baby dolphin. And they saw birds and they saw fish. And, so they saw all these incredible, beautiful expressions of life. And beauty is everywhere around us, everywhere we look, when we remember not to polarize ourselves. Ooh. Polarization. Ooh. You say that word and I can see some people's shoulders tensing up just a little bit. Ooh. Maybe I can only see that because it's in me. because you're all reflections of what's going on in my consciousness. I can't see it if it's not in here. Yes? We know this to be the truth. Had this bizarre awareness finally today, and I'm sure that some of you have already experienced this. But north means nothing without south. Everything is on an axis, and we get to decide where we're going to pay attention to and where we're going to live from in this axis. Everything here in the manifest experience of life is dual and has an axis. It's not until we live from that expanded place in spirit where we are one. And I don't know about you, but sometimes here in this duality, I know some of you have noticed this about me, I like to be right. Has anybody noticed that about Reverend Todd? Right? Like to be right. Shocked and dismayed, I think what you were looking for. We're all evolving. We're all coming to understand the truth that in spirit we are one. In spirit we are one. But in the meantime, we're here on planet Earth, this incredible playground where we get to live and experience and learn how to love. And some people are not easy to love in this duality. Y'all notice that? Would you believe this is going to blow you away. It is. Hold on to your hats. Some people find it hard to love me. Right? I mean, that must be true, because sometimes I find people that it's hard to love from my human experience. Because we're all living on this axis. And this idea of polarity, that's such a new term, a new agey kind of thing, isn't it? No, it's not. I think this is a talk that Charles Fillmore did. Charles Fillmore is the co-founder of the Unity Movement, and so this is a talk that he gave in, I believe it was January of 1926. That's been more than a few years ago, almost 100. In soul, also, we find polarity. In soul, we also find polarity. Soul is not, in Charles Fillmore's lexicon, soul and spirit are different. Soul is that place in you individually where the Christ shows up. So your soul is what's connected to the spirit. Your soul is the Christ within. Exists in polarity. Man's mind is polarized. If the mind were not polarized, there would be no ascending or descending currents of life. You ever notice that sometimes life is on an upward spiral and sometimes it is not? When the laws of mind are understood, men know how to control the currents in the body, and by mentally moving upon words, combined with the life forces of the organism, they gain that control which Jesus Christ demonstrated. When you control your thoughts and your feeling nature, you direct this manifest experience that we are having here on Playground Planet Earth. More of Charles Fillmore's words. The life of Jesus Christ has more than a historical interest. And when he said, I am from above, ye are from beneath, he must have referred to the states of consciousness within himself. He was the type man developing within, and all his experiences were therefore symbolical of the changes that go on in all men while they are coming out of sense into spiritual consciousness. When we start living from north in consciousness. He continues, we find in ourselves two states of mind, two currents of life, one apparently coming from below and the other from above. The positive is from above and is spiritual. The negative is from below and is material. It is for us to choose which we will identify ourselves with. If the I am identifies itself with the current from beneath, it attaches itself to the material world and comes to know and feel in material sense. But if the higher self is affirmed, spiritual identity is realized, and the meaning understood of the statements of Jesus, I am from above. He who hath seen me hath seen the Father. I am the Christ of God. By thus making definite the consciousness union with the Father through Christ, man will know his spiritual relationship to God and come into a new world. Jesus talked to the positive pole of his being, and it proved to be God. If we talked as Jesus talked, we will get the same results. Now, how often do you identify yourself with the Christ of your being? And how often do you limit yourself based on material appearances here in this playground? Because we both do both, I think. Because there are lots and lots of things that want to distract us into living from lack and limitation, from scarcity, from fear. And when we live from those things, I don't know if you know this, we shift our vibration, and then our electromagnetic field that we talked about last week shorts itself out. And then we run into extremes because we're at a low vibration. When we are at the vibration of wisdom, the vibration of beauty, the vibration of love, that's what shows up in our world, because we are magnets. We are living magnets, drawing to us everything that is in accordance with our consciousness. And if we are at a low vibration, we attract things that are at low vibration. That does not mean that they are things that are wrong. It means that they are not in accordance to our vibration. If we only had one pole here on planet playground Earth that was magnetized. Yeah, I'm not a geophysicist, scientist kind of person, but I have this idea that if we did not have both poles, that this incredible rock that we are living on, that is sailing through the universe at some incredible speed and spinning at the same time, that it would probably tumble over and over on itself, and there would not be any rhythm or reason. There would be no resonance. Light means nothing if you have not experienced darkness. duality exists here on Playground Planet Earth, this manifest experience, and the world is better for the extremes. It's hard to believe, but it's true. That doesn't mean that everyone lives from love, but yet they do, because they are fully expressing love in accordance with the expansion of their consciousness. And we all are at a different place in consciousness, yes? In my Father's house, there are many mansions. In my Father's house, in the realm of spirit, each one of us has our own room in the fullness of the one. And so when we are one of the extremes that meets, because we all have to someone else, you are an extreme. To someone else, you are an extreme, and therefore you are difficult to love, just like me. And so we get to stand firm in our axis, but hold our vibration as love. And we don't have to conflict, right? Because this, when everything is black and white, like the pieces on a chessboard, well, we don't get to see as much beauty in the world, do we? And isn't life beautiful? Life is beautiful, and it is filled with color. And so your assignment this week, if you're willing to take it on, is to be aware of that vibration within you. And look for those places where extremes are meeting and where you're having trouble loving someone. And notice that maybe someone's having trouble loving you. And then tap into that axis that is the Christ. That is the Christ. Living, breathing as you. Dancing and singing as you. Laughing, loving as you. And everything else can be forgiven. Everything else can be forgiven. And when it gets really, really difficult, you just everybody take a deep breath. And then we think or say aloud, what would love do now? What would love do now? And then do that. Do that. Thanks for letting me share, friends. I love you all. Be well.
Thank you, Rev Todd, for your beauty and your amazingness. Let us sing this one. It's very simple. I am rising to the vibration of love. And so I will sing, and then when you get the hang of it, please join me. I am rising to the vibration of love. I am rising to the vibration of love. Rising, 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 rising. I am rising vibration of joy. Rising, 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 rising. I am rising to the vibration of joy. Let's do peace. I am rising to the vibration of peace. I am rising to the vibration of peace. Rising, 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 rising. I am rising to the vibration of peace. What about light? Can you rise to the vibration of light? I am rising to the vibration of light. I am rising to the vibration of light. Rising, 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 rising. I am rising to the vibration of light. Let us rise to the vibration of God. I am rising to the vibration of God. I am rising to the vibration of God. Rising, 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 rising. I am rising to the vibration of God.
Thank you, Deidrey. Thank you so very much.